Wicked shattered box office records last year, becoming a worldwide phenomenon. In the first film, we met Marissa Bode as Nessarose, Elphaba's devoted younger sister. Now, you might remember this iconic scene when all the Shiz University students go off campus for a night out.
And we deserve each other, don't you see? This is our chance. We deserve each other, don't we, Bach?
You know what? Let's dance.
Wicked for Good, the highly anticipated sequel, continues Glinda and Elphaba's story years down the line. The two are now navigating the consequences of their choices, and Nessa as well. They've all gone through some major life changes. Actor Marissa Bode joins us now. Marissa, so happy to have you here on Daily with us. So let's start right there. Things are really different for your character. She's not that bright-eyed young girl anymore. Where do things pick up in the second movie?
They pick up of her taking on, now that her father's no longer there, taking on this role that I don't think she necessarily feels ready or prepared for, or that she necessarily fully wants to be in this soon. We see, obviously, she goes to school, she goes to Shiz University to study and to find her own person, and to now feel so stuck. That's where we find her in at the beginning of the second film.
And you deliver that transformation so beautifully. I actually want to play a clip from Wicked for Good, and let's talk on the other side.
Perhaps a friendly game of cards once I'm done working?
Whatever you say, Madam Governor.
I asked you to call me Nessa. Remember? Bach. Never mind. I'll call you when I've finished.
So things get complicated. I mean, you thread the needle very well. But what's so interesting to me is that you were actually filming these at the same time. And one, you're a little bit darker, and the other one, you're very jovial. How did you, as an actor, do both?
I think just not letting go completely of first film Nessa and finding her in little pockets and remembering there's still a part of that young girl in there somewhere. And I think honoring that, and also I did journal a lot as Nessa to try to get in that headspace. And
Journaled
also,
as Nessa?
Yeah, to try to fill in the blanks that weren't necessarily in the script, and also to develop and figure out between the time jump of the first film and the second film how she ends up to be where she is and where she switches up a little.
That's so cool how you could hold space for both.
Of course. Take us behind the scenes. The cast, obviously incredible, the chemistry on screen, but also you were talking about off screen, how close everyone is. What was it like working with, Ariana, Cynthia, Michelle, and for you, do you have a favorite memory or day on set?
Oh my gosh. I mean, everyone is just so incredibly talented, and I feel so lucky to be a part of a cast who's just so tremendous at what they do on screen, and also just very kind behind the scenes as well. My first day in Oz, so to speak, or in my green room, was a bouquet of flowers from Ariana, which was just very sweet and just very welcoming and kind to set that precedent of what's to come in the setting for the work that I was about to do and put into both films.
I love the sisterhood between all the cast members. I think it's beautiful. And what's interesting is that you had this incredible theater training and theater history, and this was your first feature film. So peel back the curtain. What was the audition process like?
Yeah, so all of it was over Zoom because at that point in time, everyone was already over in London, and all virtual. I sent in a self-tape that same day. I got a call back from my agent and auditioned over the span of a few weeks. For me, it felt like forever because I just wanted it so bad. I honestly don't know if I've wanted anything more. I didn't hear anything back from casting, and I truly thought that it was it for me. And I wanted to create and turn my sadness into art, and so I made a little spooky little short film. I posted it to my Instagram. It's a visual to the song Witches by Alice Phoebe Lou. Not even thinking about Wicked and like the connection between the two. And at the end of it, I cast a spell in it, and it's a spell that says good news will soon come knocking. Oh. And at the end, you hear a knock at the door, and the video cuts to black. And I posted to my Instagram, and a few days later, I hear back from casting. And in the call, John's talking to me about the
John Chu, the director.
Yes, yeah. John Chu, yes. The John Chu is talking about the characters, and then he stops and he's like, I saw that video that you posted on social media, and nobody knows that you're going up for this role, so you just have to be careful. And I was like, right. I may have just screwed up all of this. I messed up big time. I was so anxious about it, and he's like, you know what? I gotta go get the door. There's a knock at the door. And I was like, oh my God, of course, go get the door. And he's taking his camera with him, which confused me. And he flips his camera and he shows, and it's Ariana and Cynthia. And they have a sign that says, welcome to Oz, will you be our Nessarose?
That was your knock at the door.
It was the knock at the door. And it was just so sweet that he included that and just very thoughtful.
Marissa Bode, thank you so much for joining us. I also want to give you a shout out that you just recently won the Christopher Reeve Acting Award,
yes,
which honors and recognizes people with disabilities in these fields. We are so grateful to have you here.
And we're proud of you.
Yes,
thank
indeed.
You so
Congratulations.
Much.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.